Hi children. So we discuss now regarding the matter. The topic is a matter. In nature, so the many things exist. Maybe for examples like a ball, bat, bench like this, and water, kerosene, petrol, and the gas, oxygen, what we take for respiration. And the things which exist in the nature, they are called as a matter because they have some mass and they occupy some volume. So the things which occupy volume and have some mass are called as a matter. And matter exists in three states, like a solids, liquids and gases. And depending upon the temperatures, solid may change like a liquids change like a gases can be changed like a liquids again, liquids can be changed like a solids. So these are the points which we are going to study regarding the changes in the states of a matter. So changes in the states of a matter will have like a melting, evaporation, condensation, freezing, sublimation and decomposition. Now let's go for details of one by one. So let's start with the melting. So melting is the process at which the solids changes like a liquids at constant temperature. So for example, like ice, when it was taken out from the refrigerator and it was kept on the hand, so it absorbs energy from our hand or it absorbs energy from the surroundings and it changes like a water. So here ice was changing like a water. So this is the example of the melting and it happens at only at a constant temperature. And next, evaporation. So evaporation means the process of changing liquids to gases at any temperature, not a constant temperature, children. So the process of changing liquids to gases at any temperature. Just for an example, when the room was cleaned with water, after some time we can't see water. The water disappears. And where the water has gone, so the water which is in a liquid form, due to the changes in temperatures, due to the absorbing energy from the nature, water changes like a water vapor. So here the water was changing like a water vapor after cleaning the room, and this is example for evaporation. Next, condensation. So condensation is a reverse process of evaporation. So at any temperature, the gases changes like a liquids. And one example. So when I take a water bottle from the refrigerator and kept outside, after some time we see a small droplets on the surface of a water bottle. And this is how it forms, means. So when the particles which are in the atmosphere, the water vapor particles, comes and collides the water bottle. Now this water vapor particles loses energy and it changes like a water. So this process of changing gases to liquids, that means water vapor to vapor, water is an example of condensation. Next, let's go for a freezing. So freezing is a process of changing liquids to solids. So here when what happens, when it was kept at a temperature at a place which has a less temperature, and when the temperature was cool, so these liquid particles, they loses energy into the atmosphere and they changes like a solid form. So the process of changing liquids to solids is a freezing. Next, sublimation. So sublimation is a process of converting the solids into gases without changing into liquids. And the examples like a solid carbon dioxide, which is called as a dry ice, or naphthalene balls, or camphor. When they are exposed or when they are kept at a certain places, what happens? So they absorb energy, and because of energy changes, so these solid particles changes into gases, which is called as sublimation. Next, we have a deposition and it was a reverse of sublimation. So here it also happens when the temperature was very cool, and we see like a fog and some examples like a dew, and this happens when the temperature was very cool, and we see the fog, the small mist in the atmosphere. So when the temperature was very cool, these water vapor particles which are present in the atmosphere will collide the dust particles, and as they collide they loses energy, and these water vapor particles changes like a ice. Now this dust particle is along with the dust, along with the ice. Now it looks like a small mist. And here what is the process happened here? So the solid, so the gases, when after colliding this dust particle, it changed like a solid, like a ice, and which looks like a totally white in the atmosphere. And this is what which is called an example of deposition. So okay students, have you understood what actually matter is and how the matter changes from one state to the other states? Thank you.